Ooh, I'm going all over the place here. Hi, guys. I just was hitting my light here. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm going to move these so we don't have that lovely ring in my eyes. Hi. So if you guys are catching me, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come say hello. Come join me. If you have never seen a live of me before, welcome. My name's Jessie Lee Johnston. I am a woman's encouragement and mindset coach, and I am super excited that you are here to watch. So grab a coffee or a drink or whatever it is that you are up to. Come and chat with me for a little bit. I will throw out a little invite to some wonderful people. And if you guys are catching the replay, come and hashtag replay and I can come back and say thanks for watching the video. I always appreciate when you take the time out of your life to watch one of my videos. I know that you are super busy in life. We always are. There's always so much to do. So if you're willing to take a couple of minutes and watch me, that is incredible and I appreciate it very much. So I hope you guys can learn a little bit, be inspired, be motivated, whatever that is for you. And welcome. And if you guys are catching me for the first time, let me know because that is like super exciting. I always love seeing people that have never caught my lives before. And to be honest, it's been a little while since I've been on. And I think 2020 is going to be a little different for that. I want to be coming and doing more with my live videos. I actually just got over the flu. Like my New Year started out with a flu. So at least I know 2020 can only go up from here. So that's a plus. Because that really was terrible. Nobody likes the flu. But like I said, at least I know I'm going up from here. So that's always a positive. And there's always a silver lining to anything. So that's my silver lining for 2020. Hi, Monica, Michelle, and Heather. Thanks for joining me. So the title of this, if you didn't catch it, changing the way you do things is totally okay. My 2020 was exactly planned out. I was totally rebranding at the end of last year. I took like the last quarter of the year to totally and pitch this brand new concept that I knew was gonna go and skyrocket my coaching. And it was completely based on renovation. And it was a really near and dear thing to my heart because I just was finishing up a really big renovation in my life. I renovated my entire basement where all of our bedrooms in my house are. And it was a huge process. It went fucking forever. And it taught me so much. I started with absolutely no knowledge of what the hell I was doing. And I came out with a beautiful, beautiful product. So I decided to take all of the stuff that I learned and put it towards kind of like a metaphor towards self-growth, self-help, all of that kind of thing. And I kind of put it into this renovation idea. And I'm going to do it on in January. And then, of course, life comes and it throws you a curveball, right? We all have that. We all get curveballs all the time. And my curveball came and my 2020 is most likely going to look really different. And I went and hit the floor like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? How am I going to do all of this coaching that I had all of these plans for? It's all screwed now. You just have to change the way that you're doing things. And I'm okay with that. It took me a little while to go through the process of realizing, hey, this is my business, this is my coaching, and I have the power to do it the way I want to do it, and therefore, changing it. So I'm changing it, and changing your plans is okay. You don't have to be set in stone just because you made the decision to be that way. And that's a hard concept for some people. I know there's a few people out there where once they make up their mind, it's happening no matter what. I used to be that. I've done that so many times. And especially as an adult, I didn't used to be like that kind of growing up. It was like, whatever, kind of throw my arms up in the wind and just whatever direction they took me. But when I became a mom, it was more like I set things in stone. And once I had my mindset, it was the way it was freaking happening. And so I kind of had to come up with this idea like, hey, shit, I'm going to have to roll with the punches. So it's okay to roll with the punches. And so I'm changing the way I'm doing things. And as I put in the title of this as well, there's a link in there for my closed group. It's a free group for anybody, any woman that really is interested in kind of finding their power again. My little one's home. By the way, kids are back at school, so I'm like super pumped today. Mondays are my favorite day of the week. I absolutely love them. And anyway, back on track. Interested in that group at all, I've been doing coffee times where it's a way to just kind of talk with each other, kind of shoot the shit kind of thing, and talk girl stuff. And so since I'm having to change I planned on them, and therefore I'm going to be doing some free coaching Mondays. Use this time. I come on every Monday, 9 a.m. in my group, Unapologetically Stronger. If you're interested in joining, the link is right in the title of this group. And if you can't find that, by all means, go into my bio and it is right on the side. So you guys can find it either way. And come and join us. Come get some free coaching Monday mornings, 9 a.m. And you guys can always watch the replay. It's there forever. So you guys are really not missing out on anything. And then I'm going to start some evergreen courses, which is super exciting because it's where an evergreen course, if you don't know, is where I do pre-recordings and PowerPoints, that kind of thing. And you get to do it on a self-paced level. So you go through it on your own time, your pace, and then you ask me questions as you need to. And that is how I'm going to work my 2020 so that I can kind of still do the stuff that kind of came up in my life. And then I'm going to take this opportunity to know people, get to really build connections with you, because I think people are fascinating. I used to, like in my old days, I used to really get mad at people because I never understood them. And now that I'm actually getting to understand people, the human condition a little bit more through the process of self-growth and self-awareness, I find people to be incredibly amazing. We are so powerful, and it's really surprising the things that we do and the way that we act when we're scared. And so that really fascinates me. And therefore, I am getting to get to know people, and I love that part of being able to be a coach. That is like, I was out of the house working out, doing a 9 to 5. That was my favorite part of every job, was getting to know people, getting to hear your stories, getting to understand where you're coming from. And it is a really great way to connect with people and realize that you're not alone in this world, because we tend to isolate ourselves. Whether it's intentional or not, it happens. And I've been there too. I've isolated myself so much, and especially being a stay-at-home mom, that was a really easy way to isolate myself. Hi Val, hi Gayleen, thanks for watching. Hi Penelope. So isolation was something that just happened almost naturally. And so many of us tend to do this, and a lot of it's based on fear. A lot of it is based on shame. I know that's a terrible word to bring up. Everybody always quivers in fear as soon as I bring up the word shame, but a lot of it is based on shame. Is what is helping keep us isolated. And so I'm taking this opportunity. I am a really, really big believer in learning the differences between things like shame and guilt, and learning how to use them in our lives effectively, and how to really get rid of that shame. And that is the type of coaching that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to kind of change the renovation project, and that's okay. I'm going to just change the plan. And so if you guys are interested, I just had my first free coaching Monday today. We talked about the human condition, a little bit about wanting to be wanted. And so we're going to start this little side bit. It's going to be called Wanting to be Wanted, the Human Condition, and how we interact with each other, how we interact with ourselves, and the things that we can do to change kind of the toxicity of the way that we do things, and maybe get back to a more simple and better way of coping with with the way life is. You know, getting shit sandwiches, our feelings, circumstances, all of that stuff. Learning a little bit more about how to cope with it and the practices that it takes. And so that's going to be with free coaching. And I'm like super excited. Like, who doesn't love free like info? I love free info. I go pretty much everywhere on Facebook and you find places that are like, oh, it used to be $1,000 and today it's free. Well, every Monday it's going to be free for you guys. So if you guys are interested, by all means come and join my group, and I'm super excited to see you guys there. And then I'm going to do these evergreen courses, and I can't wait to get them flowing for you guys, because 2020 is going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of changes going on this year, and it's going to bring in so much flexibility, choices for all of us. And I think that's going to be exciting. And I'm going to do an evergreen course specifically on and the building blocks of confidence and what it means to get confidence and what confidence really is, because it's a tricky little bugger, actually. Confidence is something that you can have and it can mean absolutely nothing. You can get to success and still feel like you're not worth it, and therefore it can really take you down a peg, and outward circumstances can come and knock you down off that success mountain so freaking fast. So we're going to find out the building blocks of self-worth, because without self-worth, you don't get to have self-esteem. And self-esteem is a really interesting one too, because self-esteem is something that is completely built. It's fickle. It's completely built on outward circumstances. The way people treat you, the way you want to treat others, the way that circumstances come and beat you down on a regular basis. Hi, CJ. Thanks for jumping on. So once we have the self-worth to back up the self-esteem, you start realizing that you don't need those outward circumstances anymore. And when they do come, when something comes and beats you down, you know that you can get back up. You know that you have the capability, you have the skills, you can come back and you can kick ass. And that's really cool, because if you don't have that, you get beat down on a regular basis by life. It comes, it's gonna knock you down, and you end up laying there way too long. You end up doing resentments. You end up doing the blame game, blaming everybody else other than circumstances. And you stay there way too long, and it gets you into this stupid hole of depression that takes all of us. We've all been there. No matter who you are, no matter what life you have, I can guarantee you've been hit with depression at some point in your life, even if it didn't last for very long. So being able to have that self-worth to back up that self-esteem so that you can get knocked down, but you get back up and it doesn't leave you in that hole, and you can stand back up, and then you have that confidence where you can really, really remove it. You can get to the top of Success Mountain, whatever that looks like to you, and you can stand fucking proud up there. You can stand strong and say, guess what? You can throw whatever it is that you want at me, universe, God, whatever you want to believe in. It can throw whatever it wants at you, and you know it can knock you down, but it won't keep you down. And you'll be right back up there. Those are the building blocks that are absolutely essential if you want anything in life. And I can guarantee any amount of self-worth and self-esteem are going to build you the fuck up. It is going to build you as a superpower, as superhuman, and show you how incredible you really are. Like I said, back in the day, I used to think people were freaking crazy or bonkers, and I never understood them. But once you learn and once you understand things like self-worth and self-esteem, confidence, it makes so much sense. And the amount of possibility and abilities that we have as human beings is astronomical. It's freaking incredible, the amount that is already within us. And when you actually get to that point and you can do those things and you have the building blocks and the good foundation that you need to be really fucking great at standing up there with your head held high and know that you've got this, and know that you didn't get there based on crap. You got there with integrity. You got there with, a feeling of real incredible self-worth. That is going to be the best feeling in the entire world. And I want to help people because I've gotten there. I've been hit down a few different times, but I'm going to keep getting back up. And I use the same practices that I'm going to teach you to get there and keep being able to use that same ladder, that same foundation to climb that ladder as often or as much as you need. Because once you have those practices down in place, you can use it for the rest of your life. No matter how often you get knocked down off your pedestal, no matter how many times the universe knocks you down, no matter how much life hands you a shit sandwich, it won't matter anymore because you know that it's going to knock you down and you're still going to get back up. And you have every reason to. You're incredible. You have so much to bring to this world. And it is time to know it. It's time for us to know that we were here. We went through the stage of becoming a person with the specific DNA that you were a miracle to become, and realize that you were made for a purpose. And that is one of the best feelings in the entire world. And I could keep going on like crazy forever. I have felt the craziness inside of me where I feel like nobody will understand what is going on in my mind, or that, isolated myself, made myself feel unworthy, or doubt my abilities, feel inadequate. I felt all those things. I feel those things all the time. But when you learn the steps and you learn to have that really good foundation of self-worth, it is absolutely remarkable. And you know that you can have those thoughts, you can have those feelings, and you can still keep moving forward. You can have the practices and you can keep moving forward. And that is really how you end up with people that are successful. That is how you end up with these people that go, wow, I just made, 100K month. That's how you get people that have seriously hit the 1% of successful people. They don't have hard times. It's not that they are perfect. It's not that they have no idea of the human condition. It's the fact that they keep getting back up. It's the fact that they have the grit and the basis, the foundation, and the ladder to climb. They are using these practices every time they get knocked down. Doesn't mean they don't get knocked down. It doesn't mean they don't have emotions. It doesn't mean they don't, have shitty times or have hit depression. Back up and using the same techniques over and over again in every situation. And they have the grit and tenacity to do it. And I can guarantee that you have that grit and tenacity too. You just don't realize it yet. Or you have it and you've been using it and you just don't know it. So don't you want to find out where that is going to truly, and keep freaking going. Don't ever allow yourself to feel like you will never be able to get back up again. No matter what, you were made as a human to get knocked down and get the fuck back up. You were made that way. We were made by whatever you want to call it, God, creation, whatever you want to say we were made for. I can guarantee that as a human race, we were made to get knocked down so we could stand back up and be stronger the next time and keep going. So be okay with the way things go. Be okay with change. Be okay with having to, get a shit sandwich. Be okay with that. It doesn't mean that shit sandwich is great or that it's a great place to be in or that it's okay to be treated like crap. None of that. But know that you can still get back up and you can be stronger. And that's what I want everybody to have that feeling of. Everybody deserves that feeling of knowing that they still have a way to get back up. And that is exactly what I want. Unapologetically Stronger, which is my free group. That is what that's there for you to know that even when you get knocked down, there is a group there. There are people there there's a support there so that you are ready to get back up, and we're there to cheer you the fuck on. And it's incredibly empowering to know that you have somebody in your corner and you don't have to feel isolated. You don't have anxiety, that, you know, fear of vulnerability anymore, because you've got those people right there and they see you for the incredible person that you are. They accept you for who you are. Whether you have never been accepted for who you are ever before in your entire life, you finally have a tribe to do that for you now. So let's make changes this 2020. I want to make these really grand gestures saying, I'm going to do 365 lives this year. But you know what? I know that if I don't, if I make that gesture and say, I'm going to do 365 lives this year, and I don't, that's not going to tear me down. It's not going to make me feel like a bad person. It's not going to make me feel like I failed. Because I know that it's there for a reason. I know life is going to hit me down and I'm going to stand back up and I'm going to keep going. So my hopes, my goals, I'm going to make a goal of coming on live more often, because we deserve to, we deserve to have somebody in our court. We deserve to have somebody out here cheering you on for when you do fall down and you get back up. But if you are interested in things like some free coaching on the human condition, wanting to be wanted, by all means, come to my group. If you need some support of some women who are going to be accepting of who you are, come join my group. And if you guys are interested in learning anything more about me, by all means, ask some questions. I'm so excited for this year. I know that there's so much craziness in store for me with my change of plans this year. I don't know what they are yet. I'm in the, hurry up and wait stages of life. But I know that they're coming for a reason, and they're going to teach me so much, and I can't wait to see what I learn this year. And I can't wait for you guys to watch my journey and be there for it. And I can't wait to get to know you guys as well, because I think people are absolutely fascinating. I think we all have amazing stories, and we are all built with superpowers within us. And I love finding out who you are, your superpowers, and being able to help you get those out and into the world. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, anytime you guys watch my videos, I take that as a very, very warm moment that you guys were taking time out of your day to come and watch me. So have a fantastic day. I can't wait to see you guys next time. And welcome to 2020. Welcome to 2020. Let's have a good year, guys. Let's have a learning journey and see what happens.